only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
But thou thyself. And designing the first artificial sun satellite in the world can connect the
A fate which will live in infamy. Outstanding famous strikes to the ground, not quite to the point, man. All the humanity with all the truly like the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. I'm going to step off the lamb now.
The Enterprise.
Captain Kirk, I do not make this request lightly. It is urgent that you alter course for Gateway immediately.
Mr. Spock, I'm afraid I don't know what good a starship can do. I'm sure the scientists there at Project Timepiece can handle this situation.
I knew this would work.
Captain, as I am sure Lieutenant Uhura has told you, my request has Priority 1 authorization. You may confirm this with Starfleet Command, but you must comply. Spock out.
Well, Priority 1 it is. Lieutenant Uhura, sound red alert. Helm, set course for Gateway.
Aye, sir. Coming to course 011, Mark 30.
Commander, do you foresee any difficulty in navigating the time ripples in the Gateway system?
Mr. DeSalle should have no difficulty, Captain.
Very good, Commander Karg. Helm, you heard our first officer. Maximum warp.
Aye, sir.
Welcome, Captain.
Dr. McGregor, thank you. This is my Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Leonard McCoy. My First Officer, Commander Karg.
How do you do? This is Commander Spock.
Commander, there are no Vulcans in Starfleet.
There aren't any Vulcans anywhere.
Captain, as you know, Project Timepiece was established as a permanent research facility shortly after your discovery of the artifact on this planet.
Of course, Doctor, your reputation does precede you.
Then I hope you will take us seriously when we tell you that the natural course of time has been altered.
These figures represent the flow of time.
The natural flow of time, yes. Here are the readings I took only a few hours ago.
This is at least the magnitude 10 variation.
10.2. From that point on, history is no longer correct.
And if that's not enough, the same anti-proton signature shows up again, only a few months ago.
Corresponding to our battle with the planet-devouring weapon, commonly known as the Doomsday Machine.
Our battle?
Captain, until this shift in time, Mr. Spock was your first officer. Aboard the Enterprise.
Enterprise?
There's no ship named.
According to my research, you and the crew of the Farragut were assigned many of the same missions, had many of the same experiences, shared many of the same crises as the crew of the Enterprise.
Parallel timeline development is not without precedent.
Does that include letting Matt Decker die senselessly in a shuttlecraft?
Yes, including even that.
That and your discovery of this planet and the vortex. Captain, you loaned Commander Spock to us as a research consultant. He was protected from the changes in the timeline, as are we all here on Gateway.
Commander Spock, the Farragut has done battle with several of these killers since this Doomsday War began.
When Matt Decker was killed flying a shuttlecraft into the Doomsday weapon, when you detonated the Constellation inside that same device, Dr. McGregor's instruments registered a smaller yet otherwise identical anti-proton surge.
So what you're really saying is you expect us to go back in time and change history so things go your way. Well, this is our life, our history.
How do we know your correct history is the right one, the best one?
Because, Jim, here, in your timeline, billions of people are dead. As you pointed out, Doctor, Vulcan and dozens of other worlds have been destroyed in the 14 years since the first of those machines appeared. In my timeline, those worlds are still there, vibrant, thriving, filled with life.
So that's what we're supposed to do? Use the vortex, travel back in time to 2254,
and stop these things before they can start a war?
Without the proper preparation, you would be annihilated along with everything else in your path. First, we must gather more information.
And exactly how do we do that? Sorry I asked.
It is our hope that by following this smaller, more recent pulse from your encounter with the Doomsday weapon, we can get some sense of how these time deviations occur and how we might counter them.
The pulse leads to Earth in the 1960s, a most tumultuous time in your history. So much so, in fact, that I'm having difficulty getting an accurate reading.
Commander Spock, I have located the pulse. The energy signature proceeds through time until there. That must be the focal point.
The temporal foci should bring us within immediate proximity of whatever is causing the disturbance.
I concur.
Aspirin. Foci give me a headache.
The future's not going to save itself. Mr. Card?
Stand by, Captain.
Our research indicates that you will automatically return when your mission is a success. Don't ask me how the Guardian knows.
5 years to go. 4.
This was easier with my veins full of cortisone.
3. 2. Now, Captain.
Commander, I thought you said we were heading for the 1960s. This looks more like the end of the century.
The beginning, actually. Readings indicate we have successfully traveled to 2006, where the anti-proton readings are the strongest.
Well done, Spock. Now what?
The signal emanates from that direction.
And what do you suggest we do? Knock?
Yes? May I help you?
Good afternoon, Miss...
Oh, my. It's you.